Give me my gummies.
Are you eating gummies for breakfast?
You know it.
Ugh. I'm gonna die.
You did it yourself.
Oh, I know. I deserve no sympathy.
No.
Yeah, can we not do a whole hour?
Wow. This is being recorded. This is going to be put out there for everyone to listen to.
That's okay.
The audience who loves you. Who thinks, man, she seems really cool and she cares about doing a good show.
Yeah. Normally.
Can we only do 10 minutes?
Oh, that would be the best.
I only want to do 10 minutes because I decided to drink too much beer and wine and booze.
I know. You know how sometimes it just happens on accident. Like, I can hang, you know?
You're 42.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't need to talk about it. Like, it's some great discovering, gold. I that's one thing I really want to avoid doing is as I age.
Yeah.
Talking about ailments is, I get why it happens. I even if you know it's coming, it's still surprising when it finally starts happening to you. But I don't really feel a need to constantly talk about it.
No, I get it. Makes sense.
Like the other day when I was just sitting in the chair and I got up and both my knees hurt for no reason. I will not talk about that. Well, how much did you drink?
I don't feel like I drank that much. But I guess I drank plenty.
Where did you go?
To the Crab Shack. And then we watched the debate there a little bit. And then we went to Monty's and watched the debate there and just had fun.
I can't believe you watched any of that debate.
It was only half watching it because we were talking a lot. And then at the Crab Shack, it was on the TV, but you couldn't hear it. So it was we were relying on the live, closed captions. So
I watched 30 seconds of it.
Yeah.
And I was so embarrassed I had to turn it off.
What was it? Why were you embarrassed?
It's just embarrassing. It's embarrassing that these are the two candidates. And it's embarrassing that Joe Biden really is. I mean, he's speaking of being old. I'm not talking about those things. I just don't want to see it on display. And it sets him up for people to go after him for that. And that we all get fucking old.
Right.
But it's embarrassing to watch. And yeah, 4 years if he's elected again is a long fucking time for someone in that state.
Yeah, he can't do it. He can't.
And it's just...
And he shouldn't.
And the fact that he doesn't realize that. And if everyone says I care about the country. No, they care about themselves. All of them care about themselves. This is not a revelation, but don't even fucking have the audacity to tell me that you care about the country. Just come on. I'm smarter than that. Just say, I want to be president again. I'm old, and if I don't have this, I'll probably die. I'm going to die anyway, but I'll die sooner, like in a month or something.
Do you think that's what'll happen?
I don't know.
Nothing else to live for?
Sometimes that happens, obviously, to people.
Yeah.
But step back, step away, step down. You don't have to step down just because you'll finish out your term. You just say, that's it for me. Mm-hmm. I realize this is in the best interest. I'm turning it over.
Oh, nothing's in the best interest of anybody except themselves.
Fucking insane. It was so just embarrassing to have that on.
Yeah. Makes sense. I get it.
I could not watch it, did not want to watch it. I'm in denial about it being an election year. I do not fucking care.
It is upsetting. Like, that these are the two. These two? Like, that's it?
Insane.
That's all we got?
It is insane.
That's why I would vote for RFK Jr. Because at least it's somebody else. And I don't like that type of voting. I think if you don't have anyone to vote for, you shouldn't vote. And that's what I would love to do. Like if I was more of like a person that rallied people together, I would want to start a movement where people don't vote. Like I would love for there to be a huge gap in the people that vote, so that it would show like 25 to, whatever did not vote this election, and these people won by these like very small amount of voters
They won't care. They'll love
comparatively.
it. They'll love it.
No, I
Because
just
how
think
many?
it would start something.
Nah, the politicians would love it. Then they don't have to worry about winning that vote, especially when they're older. It's the harder vote for them to get. Like,
Yeah,
great.
but then other people could come in and say, I want to get those people's votes. I want to get those. Like, that's like a
You would think
yeah.
that's the way it works. That's not the way it works. They just say, okay, well, I don't have to worry about getting that vote now. So now we'll just focus on the people.
Yeah.
Sure. At some point, somebody would come in and try to get those votes. But I really think the fewer people that vote, the better. Like if you look at local elections where nobody votes, those people love it because they don't really have to win anyone over. They just have to get the small group of people who's going to go vote. The less people you have to perform for, because you're
Right.
not really fucking making real promises, the better. Then you can talk a big game, though. It's important. You should go to MTV, and not that they have the cultural relevance
it's like,
anymore.
What?
But that whole, remember when we were younger,
Yeah,
it's like, go
rock
vote.
the vote.
Now they can change it. It's like, don't vote.
Yeah, don't vote.
Don't.
Unless you
Don't
really
vote.
like somebody to vote for. Otherwise, don't vote. You shouldn't vote if you don't like anyone.
This is not about voting, but it's about MTV. I guess Paramount, who owns them now,
Uh-huh.
purged all the content on several, like Comedy Central and on MTV, like decades of content, and it just says, go to Paramount Plus. It's like,
Oh, really?
yeah, they're just trying to shamelessly drive people to their streaming service.
Yeah.
MTV News was shut down. Again, it's not how prominent is it in the news reporting space, but it had years and years, decades worth of news stories, and it's just
Sure.
all gone. Just
Oh,
all gone from
wow.
the internet now. And that you can't get at Paramount Plus.
I wonder why they did that.
They are losing money. They're bleeding money, and they need to
Right.
cut costs. And they're going to lay a lot of people off. And this is one of their desperate attempts to
Cool.
generate a bit more revenue. Go to Paramount Plus, sign up.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Get out the vote. Just kidding. Don't.
Yeah. Don't vote. If you don't have anyone to vote for, do not vote. That's what I say.
RFK. I couldn't listen to that dude give a speech.
Oh, I don't mind it. It's not a big deal.
The State of the Union. I was listening to something on the radio once, and they were playing clips of him, and it was like, putting cotton in your mouth. It's like, oh, that feeling.
His voice doesn't really bother me.
It's like, oh, it's good. Just stop and just say it. It's not that he's stumbling, but the way he speaks is like, just say it faster and get this over with.
Get it over with.
Yeah, that's the feeling. So, whatever. So you got wasted.
I really didn't. I mean, I feel like that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes, I don't know. Hangover surprises me, Whoops, daisy. Because I feel like I've had the same amounts of drinks before, and I've woken up and had a little bit of like a headache or whatever that hurt, and I deal with it. But I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Well, it's over. Those days are over.
Yeah.
I had 3 beers the other night. 2 of them were Coors Lights, and that felt. I went to the baseball game here in San Francisco alone.
Oh.
I wanted to see the stadium. It's a cool stadium. The way they've got it built into the city and on the water is cool. And I just wanted to go. I got 13 rows back from the field, first base side, infield, for $40.
Wow.
The fucking Yankee Stadium, that would have been like $450. I went to Yankee Stadium on Saturday to see the Braves play the Yankees, and they were good seats, but they were like the middle section, first row, the middle section. Those were 100 apiece. These are resale, but yeah, here, so close. It's because they were playing the Cubs. No one gave a shit.
So you had
Cubs.
3 beers?
Yeah. You don't want to talk about the baseball aspect of it.
No, I don't care. I don't know who they are.
Dodgers are in town this weekend, though. Those tickets will be
great.
expensive. Yeah, I had 3 beers. Went alone, had 3 beers. It's one of those things where at the time I didn't really feel drunk.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, like the next morning when I woke up, and it's not even like the hangover feeling. It's just looking back on it. I was like, oh, I think I was drunker than I thought.
Yeah.
But it's just fucking Coors Light. 1 Stella and 2 Coors Light for a total of, with tip. Why am I fucking tipping at the one time I got a beer from the guy who walks up and down the aisles.
Oh, so you should tip him.
I did tip him, but when I went and got it myself, I was like, why am I tipping? But it's like $60 for 3 fucking beers.
Wow, really?
Yeah, they're like $16 and tipping $2, so a little less than 60. I'm talking about $55. Yeah, it's the way of the world. I'm rich in San Francisco. I'm in this suite.
Yeah, you're real fancy.
Sitting atop the 32nd floor.
Atop?
It's the top floor in this hotel. I know the suite is overkill. I don't know why anyone needs this much space in a hotel.
Well, if you have kids, it's nice.
Sure, if you have kids. If you're like, there's a living room area. I sat out there once the first night for 30 minutes and ate my quesadilla. And then for the most part, hang out in the bed. That's what I think you're supposed to do. Just hang out in the bed.
Yeah, for sure.
But these views, I look out over this city. As we talk about only 2 people that we have a choice for president. And you just see all these cars driving and people on the sidewalk. You're like, God damn it. Why can't one of you, somebody? There's so many of you out there. Why is this happening? Then I also think of the giant earthquake that's going to destroy this city at some point.
Yeah. If I think about that with Seattle. Because there's a big fault line out in the ocean.
Like Seattle, are you thinking earthquake or tsunami from the earthquake?
Well, tsunami from the earthquake.
Yeah, the couple times I was in Seattle, you see those tsunami evacuation route signs.
Yikes.
It's fucking insane. You know, there was a tsunami that hit Alaska. That was like 1,700 feet tall.
Whoa.
It was said it was taller than the Empire State Building.
How does that even work?
How scary is that shit?
Yeah. How is that possible without it falling back on itself?
I forget. Again, this was also like 1958, so it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
5 people died.
That's all?
Well, I think it hit a relatively unpopulated area.
Oh, okay.
But there was an earthquake, and then I think a large piece of rock fell into the water, like a huge piece of mountain. And it just displaced a bunch of water. Can you imagine a wave coming at you?
No, I can't imagine that wave at all.
1,700 feet tall.
Yeah.
It's like you don't. I think you just stand and you say, "Oh fuck, this is it."
Yeah.
Do you run? Would you run?
I mean, I don't think I would just run. You know, I would try and like quickly do something, like get up higher somehow. Higher than what? I don't know. Yeah, but I guess like brace yourself, like find a way to. I don't know.
Yeah, get up to higher ground. This thing was 500 feet taller than the Empire State
Building.
Right,
so helicopter?
I don't. I guess instinct says run, but there's a part of me that would feel some dignity in saying, Don't run. Don't debase yourself. Just stand here and take your fate. Then it comes crashing in. I wonder how long it lasts. Like, does it rip you apart? Is there that much power in a 1,700-foot wave?
No, I think you'd have to be like cemented in for it to rip you apart. I think it would just carry you and you
I
would
don't know.
drown.
There's still a lot of force.
Yeah. But I don't think, it's not like hitting the water. I don't know. I guess I wouldn't think it would be like an impact that would kill you. I think it would be just you drown. But not drown like if you were in a lake and you were drowning, just drowning like that. It'd be like quick. Because you'd be like tumbling and,
Or at least, yeah.
or like break some bones.
So you'd break bones.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to hold your breath probably. Probably just knock the breath out of you.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be quick. I think in instances like that, that's the best you can hope for. Like, just please, come on.
Yeah. Unless there's a chance and you could like fight.
I don't know, 1,700-foot
Yeah.
wave.
It couldn't have been that, could it?
It wasn't even that long ago.
How'd they measure it? What they? I don't know.
Look at this. Wired magazine being really funny. July 9th, 1958. Surf's up as 1,700-foot wave scours Alaskan Bay.
Damn. That's rude. That's a rude headline. Surf's up. People died.
And the headline was from 2009, so the person's like, yeah, that was 50 years ago, 51 years ago.
Oh, I'm going to die.
It's this bad, huh?
Should I throw up? Should I just do it?
Throw up right now in a bucket on the air.
Oh my God. Can't.
Do it.
Because I'd have to make myself.
Do it. Eat some charcoal.
Oh,
Drink
should I have
some
Pepto?
Hydrogen peroxide. You have a dog. You should have hydrogen peroxide in case your dog eats chocolate. You give it a cap full of that and it'll barf.
Do you think I'd feel better? I feel like it's too late.
I mean, it is certainly different when you barf the morning after than the night of. Then you get some sleep afterwards. You still haven't even said what you drank.
Oh.
You're hiding the truth.
No. I had... Gosh, should I have... Oh, maybe I did drink too much. Okay. I had 3...
Red Snappers.
Orange Crushes.
What is that?
It's very popular here.
What is it? A shot? Is it a mixed drink?
It's a mixed drink.
What's in it?
It's like, I don't know. Vodka?
Is it like
orange juice?
Is it like
something else?
I mean, that would just be a screwdriver.
Yeah, it's not though. It's called an Orange Crush. It's like I never heard of it until I came here. Crush cocktail.
The orange dreamsicle frosty from Wendy's. That gets my endorsement.
What
is that? What is that fucking noise that you make? That's the most delicious frosty there is.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just thinking about the things and feeling gross. It's vodka triple sec and like a little Sprite, like orange juice.
The Orange Crush.
That. And then I had
4 buttery nipples.
Oh, please, I'm going to die.
6 lemon
drops. And then probably
drops.
3 like seltzers after that. So
seltzers?
Yeah, like the
hard seltzers.
Yeah, like I think I had a neutral and then I had
What the fuck's a neutral? What the fuck's that?
It's neutral. It's neutral. It has the umlaut over the U. It's a seltzer.
Is that the brand name?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like a White Claw that's like no flavor. This is just neutral flavor.
Oh, no. It's flavored. And then I had 2. So I had the neutral, just one. And then I had the Trulies after that. But the Trulies, these are the ones that aren't malted. Like White Claws are malted. And there are Trulies that are malted. But these are the vodka seltzers.
What's the difference? It's
One
malted
is
higher alcohol
no, it
content.
just I don't know. It has like more sugar maybe, and so it makes you. Typically, it would give you more of a hangover. But yeah, so I had like probably 6 drinks, which is a lot.
Yeah, see, so it makes sense.
Yeah, I was having fun.
I get it.
Yeah,
There's been plenty of times in my life where I've been invited out and they say, I don't want to fucking go. I can't believe I promised to do this 3 weeks ago. When I said yes, it seems so far away.
yeah.
It was just something I said to get the person off my back. Now the day's here and I have to fucking go out. And then you have a few drinks, conversation starts, and
Mm-hmm. Get lubed up.
yeah, it's like, enjoy this. Having a nice time. And someone says, time to go. And says, no, conversation's not over. Let's another drink.
Yeah, one more.
Another drink. And the next thing you know, the bar is closing. It's 3 a.m. and
It's
uh,
3
you're
a.m. I must be lonely.
you're arguing with someone on the street, or at least your friend is, and then somebody opens their window and says, shut the hell up. It's 3 a.m. I'm trying to sleep. And then you break into their apartment building and find their apartment and pound on the front door to scare them.
Oh, that is so rude. That's horrible. How old were you?
Way too old.
Yeah.
32, 32, 33. I
That's
may
what
have been 31.
that's what drinks will do. You know, turn you into an asshole if you're. I guess it's if it's in you.
Well, it's drinks and company.
Yeah, yeah.
I did find myself when I was walking back from the game the other day. I what was that? Like I was speaking aloud and I was speaking to myself, and I was just kind of repeating things I would see. So like signs, and like McDonald's. I really like McDonald's. Time to eat some McDonald's. I would eat McDonald's like kind of like Rain Man,
Oh
just
wow.
saying strange
On the
things.
street walking.
Yeah,
Oh, like a
and I don't know
real
why I
crazy
was
New
doing
Yorker.
it. Well, I don't know. Part of it is, it was a little bit later. It wasn't super late, but most of the shops were closed and people weren't out except for homeless people. Sorry, unhoused people. And maybe somewhere in my brain, it's like, I just got to act crazy myself. Maybe they'll leave me alone. But I
Yeah.
also
And also
like,
probably like it's a little fun. Like
well, I
freeing.
like the idea of the people who were still on the streets thinking I was crazy and being
Yeah.
scared of me. So I was just saying things pretty loud. And then sometimes if people would pass, I would whisper kind of quietly, like, you're gonna die.
Stop it.
That way, if they probably didn't hear me, but if they did, it wasn't directed at anyone. That way, my thought was that I was just saying that. I wasn't directed at you. I was saying it to myself.
Right.
I wasn't making any threats.
You're gonna die.
How would you feel if you were walking on the street alone at like 9:30 at night, and in a visiting city, like you're visiting a
Yeah,
city,
yeah.
and somebody walks past and they just kind of whisper, "You're gonna die."
I would, write it off as like New York is crazy, and then
But I'm in
smash
San
cut to me like
Francisco.
dying, and I'd be like, that guy was right.
Yeah, but I'm in San Francisco, so
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Have you really seen like how's the homeless there?
it's. I mean, it's not as bad as. I'm not saying it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But for as bad as I've heard that it got, I'm surprised. It seems not as bad as it was last time I was here in 2017. That
Oh.
seemed worse.
Well, that's good.
And I really didn't see any human shit on the street, despite what I said at the radio show the other day.
Oh, okay, good.
I'm not saying it doesn't exist. It's probably
Oh yeah,
somewhere,
I'm sure it's around.
but it's not strewn about like I heard. But I don't know. It's San Francisco. I think the city itself is cool. Like it's a dense city. It's walkable. It's got cool architecture. But the people who fucking live here, they're just so self-righteous. It's very
Have you seen that?
off-putting. Yeah, in general. I mean, again, making a big blanket statement, but it's all the tech bros, the
Right.
tech people who had a lot of money. And San Francisco itself is a pretty small city. It's only 7 miles by 7 miles. The whole Bay Area is got a lot of people in it. But the city itself, pretty limited space, cool destination. So, they come in with money and they drive up the prices to the point where it's not affordable for
Right.
anyone else. I know that we're
Yeah,
getting
it's
back on this
super
topic.
expensive.
And then I think there's some weird guilt that they carry. So they do things like, no, we got to let the homeless people be. We can't bother them. I didn't want to come in and change things. I just wanted to live here. Uh, so let them shit on the street. California in general, I
Yeah.
don't know what the laws are, because if you go to LA and go to Skid Row is absolutely
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
The fact that it exists and that it's existed for so long, and
I
that,
don't think that it's just Skid Row anymore, right? It's all of the the underpasses
yeah,
and just sidewalks. There's tent cities in so many locations.
LA has gotten pretty bad with
Yeah.
that, yes. But I don't know the laws surrounding it. In New York, that happens. They set up under like the BQE,
Right.
uh, which is an elevated highway in Brooklyn, and it goes through Queens. But they go away pretty quickly. The tent cities are taken down. And you can't force people to go to housing, but I guess you can enforce them not setting up tents.
Yeah.
And
I
some of it in LA, you're in a car for the most part. So I'm not saying it doesn't bother you or it's unsightly or
But yeah, you're
some.
sort of removed from it.
Yeah, New York
Yeah.
feels different, where it's like you have to get rid of this stuff because there's so
Yeah.
many people around, and maybe people aren't going to put up with it. And I haven't seen too many tents here, honestly. Actually, I haven't seen any tents. But going back to the self-righteousness, even this was going back years and years, but my friend Matt gave someone $5 once, a homeless guy, and he said, "Can I have 10?" I was like, "Wow, wow, that's ballsy."
Yeah. I guess if you don't ask, you don't know.
I was like, "Wow,
Yeah, yeah.
5 not enough.
Could
How
I have
dare
10?
you offer me $5? I
Do you have
need
another
10."
5? How about 20?
And maybe I don't remember the person so well. And it's never mind. I was going to say maybe they're an addict and really needed their fix, and then at that point you really don't give a shit. It's like, just give me 10. I want 10.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe they were it doesn't have to necessarily I mean, I'm sure they were an addict, but
Well, maybe they weren't. That's why I said never mind.
well,
It's a weird thing to say, because you could just not be an addict and still be
but for the
ballsy and bold
majority
enough.
of people on the streets, usually there's some substance going on.
And then what happens when the great earthquake, the second the great
Yeah.
earthquake 2,
Wash the sins into the ocean.
it's gonna fucking happen. That's what blows my mind.
Yeah.
Again, sitting here, like where I'm sitting at a desk in this hotel looking out over the city. There's a lot of shit out there. There's going to be a fucking earthquake. Like the big one that hit in the early 1900s destroyed the city. Now, granted, it was like the fires afterwards that really destroyed the city. But there's going to be a lot of fucking damage. And if you look at maps of fault lines, yeah, they run close to LA too, but there's so many so close to San Francisco, and like just running through like Oakland and shit.
Yeah.
And everyone just goes about their business.
Well, the San Andreas fault, literally a crack in the earth that you can find and stand on.
It runs out through the water here, I think. Yes, I know where you're talking about,
Yeah.
in inland, where you can actually go to it and see the fucking crack.
Yeah.
But it's only a matter of time. And I always have this fantasy when I'm here that I'm on the plane, we're taking off, and as soon as we take off, wheels up, that's
Yeah.
when the earthquake hits.
Uh-huh.
And I look out the window and I just see a giant crack form in the whole city
Ooh.
fall into it. And I think I narrowly escaped.
Well, at least you're escaping in this fantasy and not like being swallowed up.
Yeah, the anxiety exists more before I come out here.
Yeah. I agree. I would totally understand that. I don't ever want to go to Yellowstone.
It's not going to blow up while you're there.
Why not? Just like it's not going to have an earthquake while you're wheels up in your
I
airplane.
think
It's the same chance.
No, I think Yellowstone will give more signs before it actually erupts. I don't think it's just sudden like an earthquake. Like it
It's giving
starts
signs.
bulging a bit more.
Yeah.
Well, I know it's been like like the ground rises every year, like a few centimeters, right?
Something. And that's the springs and things. The what is that blowhole that happens?
What,
What's that?
Old Faithful?
Yeah, but what is it called? Old Faithful, or is it called something else?
What, the geysers?
Yeah, I guess it's a geyser. Yeah. Old Faithful.
Yeah, people get drunk there and they just are wandering around and fall into some boiling pit.
Dead.
Boiled.
Bold.
Yeah, boiled alive.
All right, is 30 minutes enough?
No. The Yellowstone thing, I want to explore a bit more. I don't think, I could be wrong. Maybe it was just one giant explosion, but I feel like there'd be smaller ones before that. It's like, oh shit, it's coming. Like the cracks start to appear and small lava spouts start to shoot.
Oh, maybe. But I mean, wouldn't that have been the case with the mountain that exploded?
St. Helens?
Yes, Mount St. Helens.
Well, did Mount St. Helens show signs of eruption?
Before eruption.
Did they know? Yes, it showed signs of activity before its eruption in 1980. Earthquakes were happening. They detected a series of small earthquakes. Number of earthquakes increased throughout April and May. By early April, there were 5 earthquakes of magnitude 4 or greater per day. And by the week of May 18th, there were 8 per day. And then on the 18th, a 5.1 magnitude earthquake triggered a landslide and the eruption.
Volcanoes do not work in predictable ways, and their eruptions do not follow predictable schedules.
No, I mean, of course they don't follow It's not like Old Faithful, just bringing that up again. And it's not like, oh, we know every 36 minutes, whatever the fuck Old Faithful does. It is kind of weird that thing is so, well, faithful.
Yeah.
What a strange thing.
Yeah.
Look, there's a big bulge on the mountain, 450 feet, protruding a giant lava zit.
Ew.
Magma zit. And then it was venting steam. 57 people. St. Helens.
Oh, St. Helens. Sorry. Yeah.
57 people died. But I think it's one of those things, too, where it's like there's those people like, I ain't leaving.
Yeah. There was that couple that was like taking pictures of it. And then there was like an old guy. I think they told him to get out and he didn't.
Like, nah. This is my home. Will Yellowstone show signs of eruption?
That's what I just
exploding.
Googled.
What did it say?
That Yellowstone is not overdue for an eruption.
Yeah. You should go see it.
Nah, I'll die.
That's gorgeous. Oh, I didn't go see it, but just that area, like I was close enough to Yellowstone. It's very pretty.
How much of a warning would we be able to give before Yellowstone supervolcano erupts? The Yellowstone caldera has been steadily rising in the past years, but most geologists do not see an eruption as a threat in the foreseeable future. What are the indications of an eruption is imminent? The most telltale sign a volcano is about to blow its top is harmonic quakes that result from magma moving toward the surface. However, the time between a harmonic quake and a volcano blowing its top, stop saying blowing its top, could be anywhere from a second to hours.
Well, Orbital Pete on Reddit says about all these comments that are aligned with what you just said. The existing comment chain here is somewhat misleading. See the Yellowstone entry and the Ask Science FAQ linked on the right of the subreddit. The most important thing with forecasting Yellowstone eruption is that We have never observed a super eruption, so I have
Oh,
no idea what the expected precursors are, or even if there are standard sets of precursors. There's plenty of magma down there, but we don't know how eruptible it is, and magma is moving down there constantly, so harmonic tremors isn't particularly useful either.
okay.
Thanks. Know it all, Pete. I'm coming in here to blow up your party.
He's super volcano. That Reddit.
He's probably right.
Yeah, it sounds
I
right.
just always think it's not wrong to go in there and like correct.
Yeah, he
things
was
and
fine.
Give truth.
Be nice to Pete.
It was something with this. The existing comment chain here is somewhat misleading.
Well, he's saying like, hey, you know what? The existing comment chain here is a little misleading.
Yeah, I guess I would give him no pass no matter what he said. He's like,
Yeah.
"You're all fucking idiots." I was like, "Yeah, shut up, dick."
Yeah.
Now he's trying to be somewhat
like tactful.
diplomatic.
Yeah.
About it. I just don't like know-it-alls, even if you
know it all.
Even if you're bringing information that's useful and relevant. Well, that's not technically true. There's been plenty of times in my life where people are having conversations and they say something that's not right, and I think, not worth it.
Yeah.
What do they fucking care? They're just going to feel dumb and resent me for saying it, and then I come off like a know-it-all, and it's like no one cares. It's like what is this need that I feel? It's like, well, let me tell you the truth so I can show off so people can think more highly of me. Fucking pathetic. I'm above that and better than that. I ain't got no feelings or needs.
There you go. That's a good way to move through life.
That's my my new stance at work quite often. Is during meetings and everyone's running their mouths. Like, I'm just not going to talk. I don't care.
Well, that's different. That's different than your like life.
I do not care. You must be fun at parties. You see that comment still?
What?
In like Reddit threads or comment sections where somebody comes in.
Oh,
and
yeah.
says
That's
something.
a rude thing to say. Shut up.
It's just dumb. It's played out.
Yeah.
Who the fuck types that and thinks that it's cool these days? You must be fun at parties. Shut the fuck
it's a weird motivation to have.
Yes,
like,
my parties.
You're weird. Like, okay, weirdo. You're like, ew.
My parties are a gathering of people who like to have discussions about facts. So, yes, we do have fun when we talk like this at my parties. Not like your party, where you do keg stands and fucking drink orange crushes.
Oh, no. That was me doing a keg stand on orange crushes.
I get it. All these sighs and moans. You've had your fill. I want everyone listening to remember this. Next time I do a solo show, you better fucking listen to it and not act like it's not as good. This was pretty much a solo show.
Oh, I talked. I contributed. I'm sorry.
Next time you keep that in mind, listeners. All right,
sorry.
38 minutes.
Yeah.
I'll just slop some music at the top of the show. There was no official introduction. And you may as well not even do an official outro, so just end it.
Okay.